Thank you so much, Mr. Ramanan, for being here as security beside the ACSC event. We're so happy to have you here. So my quick question, first of all, what's the buzzword or the theme that you're hearing in the hallways today?
I mean, it's been overrated, but still it is continuing to be as AI, artificial intelligence. But artificial intelligence is a very good technology. It depends on how you're going to use it. First, you have to understand it, then you know how to use it.
And you also said it's overrated.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate a bit on that?
Overrated because of misconsumption. Because people, I'm not too sure how many of them really understand the difference between automation and artificial intelligence. And they confuse between that, and because of which the initiatives take a toll. And therefore the resources and everything. And without knowing what is artificial intelligence and how you can make use of it. Right? It is like when cooking, you know salt. Salt is an ingredient, so you should know how much to use it.
Yes.
Too much or too less is going to spoil the food.
The dish. So a very pertinent point you put actually, that people don't know the difference between automation and AI actually. So can you let us know, because very true, it's become an omnipresent term actually.
Yeah, see, here when you're talking about automation, it is just it's a catalyst where you increase the speed of the performance of the task. So that's just automation. You can do it 10 tasks at a time or 100 tasks at a time. But if you need to think and do the task, that is where artificial intelligence comes in. So somebody has to think and take a decision. So in automation, there's no decision making. So, but when it is only and or, do this and this and this.
It's an execution mode.
Exactly. But in artificial intelligence, you actually make a machine think, evaluate the outcomes, and then take a decision. So that is where, we need to understand how best we can define the criteria for decision making. And there are risks associated with that.
Sure. But definitely, as you said, intelligence is required, even though it's artificial. So, yes. Now, coming to my next question, again, we touched upon AI. What is one thing you think, an incredibly positive way that AI is helping diverse teams build technology safer?
See, knowing the technology hands-on is something very different, right? I mean, I take an analogy of cooking every time. It is more easy for people to understand. So the sous chef is a guy who knows everything, right? Now, the guy who's going to make the salad doesn't understand what's the main course.
Yes.
Right? So it needs a lot of understanding of that process.
True.
So typically in an organization, we have multiple departments and everything, and everybody has got an idea, and everywhere you can have artificial intelligence to help make the process much better. Now, the process owner can have ideas about it, but the person who's going to develop is something different. Now, you've got 20 years of experience, say, in procurement, and have a guy who's got 20 years experience in developer, right? Now, you have an idea. I don't understand your domain. You can obviously use artificial intelligence tools and build up the idea and tell me that, Bala, this is how I want it. The developer can then decide what kind of infrastructure is needed, what kind of programming languages I can use, what is best. For example, for a database at the back end, you may interact with an LLM model which may not tell you the right thing because he doesn't have the context, because you don't have the right prompt. Right? Exactly. You don't know what the right question is. It's not a mistake from your side because you don't have that competency. So today, organizations are running behind that, and everybody says that you have a target and you need to do some AI project. Now, in my opinion, it is unfair to expect a 20-year procurement professional example to become a developer just by attending few online courses. It's not fair. Yes, they can get ideas from them, but the team which is going to execute in a very systematic way, channelize it, make use of resources very effectively, because I know how to use tokens. You may not even know.
Absolutely.
To know how to use token itself, it will take you a long time. And one person doing the mistake is okay. But 50,000 people?
Exactly, it will be massive.
That is where the world is reeling around.
So you're saying that companies are just, kind of jumping on the AI race, but internally they are not even training and not even thinking through that, how much time it takes actually, as you rightly pointed, the prompt, the communication. What you need to be communicated.
So typically I do this a 5-stage process. First thing, it's a business strategy. So people need to understand Where am I going to use AI? What is going to give me?
Right.
Which business line? Which process line? They need to understand this, which is the sous chef.
Right.
They have to understand that. Then comes the overall governance of this initiative.
Yes.
Somebody needs to ask questions. Somebody needs to look at setting up standards. Somebody needs to draw the boundaries. Somebody needs to identify the areas like regulatory compliance and whatever it is. They need to identify those things.
Right.
The third one is a platform compliance, which is hardcore technical, which means the management governance layer, whatever they have said, the platform governance team has to comply with it. Now they will choose, okay, I can go with Claude or Codex or whatever it is, different models, different tokens, different architecture. They become the expert there. Then comes the risk management.
Right.
Which means whatever I've defined, what is the risk of exposure in terms of liability, in terms of contractual obligation, in terms of hallucination, in terms of stepping outside the board of a legal and regulatory requirement. The last one is monitoring.
Right.
Is it working? What am I monitoring? The resources, token consumption, what is the outcome, everything. So all these 5 layers had to work hand in hand. And it has to become a ritual. It has to be ingrained into an organization. It is not that you wake up tomorrow morning and say, chalo yaar, everybody. Now everybody has to do some AI project.
Right.
I'll give you some whatever credits. You figure it out. You can learn.
Right.
But executing a project, I think, has to go to a more trained, skilled professional.
Kind of an expert, if I may say so, right? So there is the challenge.
That is where they channelize, and that is when they decide that's how you standardize.
Right.
You're not running a off-the-shop business, right? I mean, you're running an enterprise. So enterprise has got a norm, enterprise has got processes, policies, and you need to comply with it. We can't run haywire.
Right.
Like in Lagan, you hit and all 11 people run on the side. It doesn't work that way.
Absolutely. Thank you so much first of all, for, kind of breaking it up for us, because as you rightly said, for a common man, AI is the omnipresent term. And definitely, these are the challenges which are still existing and will lie ahead. So when you think it will, the companies and the enterprises and overall people will be able to overcome it and kind of, get it.
See, it's a learning curve.
Yes.
I mean, people learn from the mistakes. Some people don't learn. Some people don't even want to experiment. There are different breeds out there. I mean, it again depends on the wait and watch community also. Let me see what they are doing and then let me see.
Right.
Learn from other people's mistakes. I mean, I wouldn't say what strategy is the best strategy, but what I would say is first jump into it. Because if you don't jump into it, you don't even know what you're missing out.
Right.
It may be good, bad, ugly. That's a different thing. But first experience, understand what it can do.
Right.
Then decide what it can do for you.
Yeah. It's not always good to stand at the shores and think about how the life will be after the plunge. Thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure talking to you. And we'll look forward to some more meaty conversations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.